everyone, it's Grace and we are back again today with another video. It's been a while and this is one I've been wanting to make for a while just because I think it will have a lot of use for hopefully some people out there. So I previously made a video about how to apply to NROTC while you're still in high school. So that is the normal path. That is definitely preferred, I think, for a lot of families and a lot of students, because it gives you the best chance of getting a four-year scholarship. So there is still a way, even if you have not done that process, to join while you're in college. That's actually what I did. So if you look back at my previous videos, you'll probably hear me talk a little bit more about that. Oh yes, lots of honks going on outside my window, so bear with me there. So lots of different things to talk about with that. So I'm going to include a list, and hopefully it'll be right over here, for our potential officer candidate school applicants. So if you're already a senior in college, if you're already a junior, more than likely at most universities as well, if you're even a sophomore, it is too late to join your local battalion, unfortunately. The reasoning is because there's just so many years of training that you need under your belt. There's swim quals, there's 4 years of classes, two classes per school year, so one class per semester that you have to take that's naval science. There's summer cruises that are requirements, all kinds of different trainings that you can't just fit into 2 years in 99.9% of cases. So that's the reason if you're maybe a sophomore, junior, or senior, more than likely you'd want to reach out to the points of contact over here. So this listing, I work with these people a lot as a NROTC instructor because we do interviews for them. So any of the four-year applicants we do interviews for, but these are also a great starting point for anyone just applying as a high schooler as well. So if you're applying as a high schooler as well, those are going to be your people. We have a lot of students reach out to ROTC units directly, and that's fine, but we prefer if you reach out to recruiters when you're an applicant, just because we don't know much about that process. You know, we get students once they arrive to their university, not so much when they're leading up to being selected for the scholarship and being assigned a certain school. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, if you are later on in your college career, you may just want to go directly to the recruiters, ask for an officer recruiter, and continue on with the process. The good part about that is you have way more options than you would in NROTC. So as you can probably tell from what I'm saying, you know, when you're a college freshman, that's kind of your last opportunity to apply for NROTC. So I'm talking about when you're an academic freshman. So, you know, the minute you are no longer an academic freshman and you go off on your first summer, it might be too late at that point because now you're an academic sophomore and it might be too difficult for the NROTC unit you're looking to join to accommodate you. That rule is different for almost every ROTC unit in the country. So I'm talking about Navy ROTC here. The way that Villanova wants people to apply might be different from the way that NROTC San Diego wants people to apply, or UPenn might have their own way, or Purdue might have their own way. There's so many different ways that the colleges can go about selecting an unaffiliated college programmer, which is what you would be if you join while you're already in college. You essentially do like a tryout year, and the school or the ROTC unit will assist you in applying for a side load scholarship. So if you are browsing the NSTC or NROTC website and you see that mentioned quite a bit, you know, that you would be a side load applicant, that's what that means. So steps for applying while you're in college already. First, I would assess where you are in your timeline. If you're much past sophomore year, probably not the best option for you, and I doubt that most units would allow you to join at that point because they need at least 3 years with you, or at least that's the rule at my school. We need 3 years with you to accomplish all the training we need to accomplish. So assess where you are. reach out to the unit you're interested in going to and ask to apply to their college program. So you want to go to that website, hunt around for what the college program requirements are. Again, some schools will have no requirements. I don't remember ever turning in any paperwork at all other than like a transcript when I applied to the college program. Whereas we at NROTC San Diego require quite a bit of paperwork because we have sometimes 30 applicants, 40 applicants for these slots. So reach out to those schools. If it's going to be a no, if you either don't get accepted into the college program or you're too late in your time in college, then I highly recommend reaching out to the very talented recruiters I have listed. They will be able to help you. And plus you have, like I mentioned before, way more options of what you can do in the Navy. You're not limited to the classic things that NROTC students are limited to, being aviation, subs, EOD, SEAL, Marine ground, surface warfare, marine aviation. If I miss any, shame on me, but you have just a very small number of things you can pick from. Information warfare community is kind of coming online slowly for NROTC, but it's still not something that I've dealt with much in my year and a half as a ROTC instructor. Whereas if you go the route of officer candidate school, contacting an officer recruiter, then you have a lot more options available to you. Like when you look up on Navy.mil all the different Navy jobs that there are, many of those are not open to a Naval Academy or an NROTC midshipman. So I think that all makes sense. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I won't be a ROTC instructor much longer, so very sad to leave. But if there's any questions you or a friend or a family member might have about the programs, please leave them in a comment and I will make more videos. I would love to make more videos for this channel. So stay tuned for that, and thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.